It's been a hot minute. Let's see. Just double checking some things. Okay, audio looks fine. 1 second, I'm getting a text. Okay. It's been a minute. It's been about 2 weeks since the last stream. I think I mentioned in that last stream, or well, maybe the last one, because that was Night Rain, but the one before that was Star Rail. Take Nabbit. 1 second. Okay. In the last stream, I mentioned that the family dog we had for a while was getting put down. That happened. That wasn't was that last week? I don't know, man. Time's crazy. It's been 2 weeks, so I don't think so. I don't freaking know, man. No, because I think I streamed that. It was the next week that happened, and then that's this week? 1 second. Time is an illusion. Yes, it was. It's only been a week. Oh my goodness. But I did get to visit the day before. So I got to visit and say my goodbyes. And, you know, my parents kept me updated about it. So, we've had time to process. So we're okay. We're good. Okay, Acheron, I need you to stop constantly playing your animations. Here we are. Oh, Dagnabbit, now Cypher's gonna be doing animations constantly. Dagnabbit, why did I not consider this? Get a Ventrine in here. What was I gonna say? The Pupper. Oh, I did get to go to, right after that was the Final Fantasy VII Magic the Gathering pre-release. Got to go to that. Got some cool cards. That was fun. I did just yesterday, again, time is an illusion, I did get to do a bunch of pulls. Let me pull that up right now. I had like 60 pulls, so I did them. And I got Fu Xuan, my second copy, so E1. I also, in that, managed to pull my final copy of Yukong, and that was, I didn't know I didn't have her maxed out. She was the one 4-star. I didn't have fully maxed out yet. That didn't make a sound. That's weird. So yeah, I am now back to saving. I didn't get Cypher on this one. That's okay, so far. We'll see how I'm feeling once the banner gets to the end. But we have almost exactly a month until Saber drops. And I do have the guaranteed pity. So I'm gonna save up for that, is the plan. So, tried for Cypher a little bit. It was mostly to build pity. And like this was essentially what I was going for, was I would either get Cypher, nice, I can keep building after that, or I'd get the not limited 5-star, and that guarantees that when I do get my next 5-star, it's the limited one. So when Saber drops, I can guarantee that I get her as long as I get my 90 pulls. And I'm already at like, what, 13 was it? I have a few now. Yes, 13. So that's nice. In the meantime, I should probably actually catch up on the story. Partially because that's not the right one. Here it is. Boop-a-doop-a-doop. Was it during the last stream? No, it was like before it. 1 second while I'm blind. I do have Hyacinth fully leveled up. Don't have her skills maxed out, but that's okay for now. She doesn't have her relic set, because that's from, I think, a boss from this release, so I kind of need to do that so that Hyacinth can actually be a character. Also, my mic appears to be very loud. Let me dunk that a little bit. 90. That's at 90 right now. Hopefully that works. But yes, that's where we are. Hyacinth was acquired, so was Anaxagoras, your boy. We got both of them, so that's cool. Which is actually really funny, I'm realizing, because we've had Anaxagoras, Hyacinth, and then Saber, who are all going to be wind characters. But I need Saber, so that's fine. And I have heard some rumors slash spoilers that apparently we're getting. Cover your ears for the next 10 seconds if you don't want to know. Apparently we're getting a new Dan Heng and March, which is why I think it's like I won't continue on. I said 10 seconds. That's all I guess we'll say about it. I know the types. I remember at least one of the types. But that's about it. So I don't know too much about it, which is good. But looking forward to how that turns out. Also, again, Saber coming out, hell yeah. Also, like at the same time, Finan coming out. That's gonna be fun. Looking forward to it. I think he's physical, which is nice. I feel like we haven't had one in a minute. Yes, Bartolos, who apparently isn't Bartolos.
Was this device designed by priests of Ornyx? Do you think you can handle it?
Don't underestimate me, boss. Just find a cozy dry corner and wait for me. Mission accomplished. Now you don't have to worry about your tail getting wet.
Not bad, but just a warning. If this thing fails while we're halfway through the water...
You're dead.
Don't worry, trust me. For that sweet 20% cut of the loot, I'll make sure you're taken care of.
Huh. This feels truly magical. When did you pick up this trick?
Self-taught.
I believe you. There's nothing. Okay. Fair enough. Can we go this way? Can we go all the way this way? Nope. Okay. Well, I just want to explore new areas. Here we go.
We're here. Can we turn off this spotlight now? It's really blinding.
Yeah, weird for a thief to have a spotlight.
No problem. Just use the device over there to shut it off.
Okay, so we can't go in there. Or there. Boop. Oh. Dig, dig. Treasures. Oh. Okay.
The scent of gold coins, gems, and fine leather. It's so refreshing.
Okay.
The treasures in this ancient city are all floating back up thanks to Grey Mystery. And then...
Your legs are long.
Fine. Still not currently the biggest fan of Cypher as a character, because she's kind of just a dick, like to everyone. But I'm sure they'll make me feel really bad
right here.
about it.
What are you
So
waiting for? Wow! That's a huge chest. Move over. I want to open it myself. Wow, wow. A massive haul. Unbelievable. It's hard to imagine the kind of luxurious life the people of Styxia once led. As expected for a realm of Fagusa's disciples. This entire chest is filled with ornaments made from ocean's tears. Here, take this. See if it suits you.
Ooh, thanks for the gift, boss. Much appreciated. Look at the clarity of this purple crystal. It matches my skin tone perfectly. Oh, Safer, you truly have the most refined taste of all thieves and employees.
oh my.
Let me try this on. Huh?
Oh.
Where is my treasure?
No.
How long have we known each other? I can't believe you still fall for this.
This is... How could I have forgotten about this? I'll believe it as true, and a lie becomes reality. What a convenient ability.
The demigod of trickery's divine gift. Far more practical than any golden thread or teleporter.
Like, the voice actress is good, but man, is she hamming it up. Like, it is over the top. Which, again, isn't necessarily, like, to say anything about their skill as a voice actress. But, like, it is annoying. Oh, man. Ugh.
Alright, enough fooling around. Here's the real thing.
Cypher rules! I've already pinpointed the next trove of treasure! Starting navigation.
Like, I get that Bartolos is, like, 100% supposed to be annoying. So fair.
Got any plans on how to spend it?
Of course, spend nothing. Have you forgotten my silly prophecy?
Whoa! Isn't that like...
Uh-huh.
Why do I feel like that just skipped a bunch of dialogue?
Isn't that the controller for the hands of Zagreus?
Indeed it is.
Once activated,
That is...
it's a rocket that can be heard for miles. It's just too stupid.
Like, that is one complaint I do have with Star Rail in general, is they'll give you dialogue and then give you 2 feet you need to walk and it cuts it off when you get there. I wanted to know. She was like, oh, I'm not going to spend anything because my prophecy, of course. It's like, oh, what? And then just, I walked 2 feet and it completely just nixed that entire line of thought.
Seriously, what was the Titan thinking when they came up with this thing? Hey! If you don't want the trickery to be exposed, you'd better start by keeping your mouth shut. What do you say?
Also, what? What are we... Like, what trick, which piece of trickery are we talking about now? Is it literally just that, like...
This thing's
Oh.
way too loud when it's on.
I'm so confused. Okay, now she's saying, I figured it was like, oh, if she, like, tells everyone the hand of Zagreus moves, like, silently, it can. But so since Bartolos keeps blurting things out, it's ruining it? But apparently not, because she just said it herself. So why would she do that? Like, what trickery is she talking about?
There's a big guy guarding this place.
Uh-huh. What else do you have to say about it?
Big and dumb, just a pure lump of stupidity.
Okay.
Look at its face. Oh my, how could something be so ugly?
I mean, it's kind of cool looking. Not gonna lie.
Yeah. So
It also doesn't have a face.
enough to make even me
What are we talking about?
a digestive system feel nauseous.
If that ugly brute messes up my face, even the stoic Talantin might end up shedding a tear.
Uh-huh, uh-huh.
Indeed, that would be heartbreaking. Clearly running away isn't the choice.
Yes, that would be terrible. Anyway.
So, how about you take the front? I'll attack from the side.
Right. Fleeing fits a rogue nature.
Buddy. Very, very behind, huh? I will say Cypher...
Smells of money.
Cypher does seem very useful as a character, especially for like an Acheron team,
Amateur.
as we get to see when they show off the character.
No dirty tricks,
Ew.
alright.
Need one more. Let's go
It's
and
on
use this
me.
up.
Free will, or was it?
Eh.
Relax.
There we go.
I weep for the departed.
Bam. Bam.
It too shall fall.
There we go. Ah.
All in. The dice have been bust. Or maybe I'll take it all.
There's a little bit of dot on it.
Found me.
Whee! Just normal attack. We're going to defense for the moment. Okay, I did something there. That's cool.
Good times never last. Time
Oh,
to say bye.
that's also Cypher's. It's a one weakness right now.
Another
That's
journey.
it's tough, but doesn't matter. Did. Bip.
Such an ugly and useless creature, taken down with just a couple of hits. How boring. Hey, the Bartolos. Are you still alive? Give us a squeak if you are.
Here! I mean, squeak!
Look at you, all shaken up. Can't handle even this bit of action. Should be safe here now. Get to work.
Aye, aye, boss lady Cypher.
Excavation mode. His hands just turn into shovels. Ah-da-da-da. Why you gotta sniff so loud? Dear
It
Lord.
doesn't smell like anything valuable this time. Since we've already dug it up, let's open it and see. Huh. Is this?
Month of balance, day. 3 more neighboring households moved away today. The tide has risen higher than ever before, already reaching the 5th step of the stone stairway to our residence. The priests insist it's merely seasonal high tide that will soon recede, but having lived in Styxia for 30 years, I've never witnessed water levels like this. Leandro from the harbor went fishing 3 days ago and reported that the seawater had become unusually turbid. Well, hello. I'm sorry, I do not speak Russian. That's on me. Hope you're doing well, though. Welcome to the stream. Sorry that I'm very red right now. My PC's being weird. The lights are all funky. But yeah, how's it going? Unusually turbid, appearing as if mixed with ink. Beneath the surface, he glimpsed strange shadows, not human in form, yet possessing distinct outlines. After returning, he developed a high fever and has remained bedridden since. Month of Balance Day. The city's feasts have grown increasingly frenzied. Grand celebrations that once occurred only during the month of joy now happen almost daily. At the Onzo family's banquet last night, I witnessed 2 normally well-mannered women treading grapes barefoot, emitting strange laughter and then directly drinking the dirt-laden juice. They claim to be mimicking Phagos's ritual ceremonies, though I have never heard of such an absurd form of worship. Prices at the market have risen by 30%. The honey brew merchant reports that the brewing process has become exceptionally difficult lately. The feast cultures mysteriously rot. Only by distilling with seawater, collected directly from the harbor, can they produce proper wine. Fortunately, our Doris remains lucid, and has wisely advised us to minimize our consumption of the city's water and wine. Month of Everday. Day. Last night, strange music emanated from the harbor. It wasn't produced by any instrument. Oh. First one. He? Is this 2 people on the same account? What's up? Was produced by any instrument, but seemed to rise from the ocean's depths. The low, haunting melody sounded as if it were an ancient tale, compelling people to approach the shore. Several neighbors' children sleepwalked to the dock last night. They claimed to have seen the goddess in the water performing and wanted to get closer. The priests have forbidden all forms of musical performance and deployed soldiers to patrol the docks. For some reason, I can't shake the feeling that they're acting from fear rather than a genuine desire to protect us. Month of Everyday, day. Today I met Nora, the cloth merchant, at the market. She revealed that the situation in her district was far more dire than we had imagined. The spirit water pool in Phagos's temple suddenly dried up 3 days ago, and despite their best efforts, the priests cannot replenish it. More alarming still, strange cracks have appeared on the wall behind the deity statue, forming patterns or script that no one can decipher. Nora also heard a peculiar rumor. Some claim to have seen in their dreams a woman playing a lyre, draped in black veils with eyes gleaming like seawater. She allegedly told dreamers that Styxia would soon face a great transformation, and only those who hear her voice would be saved. Some city residents have begun referring to her as the prophetic sea musician. despite the priest's determined efforts to suppress such rumors. Month of Freedom. We finally decided to evacuate with our entire family. The seawater has reached the highest water mark at the dock, yet some remain oblivious, still immersed in endless revelry. Our family and the neighboring Mylan household have decided to journey to Akuma together. Reportedly, the world-bearing Titan's protection extends there, and the tides of darkness have not yet invaded those lands. We plan to slip away quietly tonight from the northern dock exit. We pray to Fugusa for safe passage. We've been traveling for 3 days now. Last night, the Mylan family's youngest child suddenly developed a high fever, continuously muttering strange phrases that resembled an ancient ballad. His father decided to take him back to the city for medical treatment, though we all know there's little hope to be found there. This morning, looking back at Styxia from the hillside, I was horrified to discover the entire city enveloped in a strange aura, with seawater shimmering with an unnatural blue radiance in the sunlight. From a distance, those magnificent buildings seemed to twist and distort in the water, as if they were merely illusions. Month of Weaving. We encountered several other fleeing townspeople. They brought even more horrifying news. The seawater in Styxia has begun displaying strange colors and textures, sometimes thick as honey, other times solid as glass. Those who remained in the city have begun undergoing bizarre transformations. Even more disturbing is that at night the entire city bathes in an indescribable glow, as if enveloped by some giant amniotic membrane. They say this is Fugusa's punishment, but I can't help wondering, is this the Titan's wrath, or some power even greater than the Titans at work? We've decided to continue northward to Akuma. Along the way, we've heard rumors of someone named who can supposedly appease Fugusa's wrath, but these are merely legends fabricated by desperate people. We common folk can only rely on our own feet to flee this disaster. Once again, the month of Weaving. Tonight, after the children fell asleep, I secretly examined a small vial of seawater I brought from the city. It was the last drop collected from the spirit water pool in Fugusa's temple before we left. In the moonlight, it displays a strange shimmer, as if something moves within it, unlike any ordinary water. By chance, I discovered that gently tapping the vial with my fingertip produces a peculiar sound, like distant lyre notes echoing. In that moment, I seemed to glimpse a mysterious woman standing upon the sea surface, sorrowfully playing a melody that no one could understand. I don't know if this was illusion or reality, but if such a being truly exists, one who can hear the sorrows of Styxians, then as we embark on this uncertain journey, please grant us a flicker of hope, even if it's merely a beautiful dream. Akuma is now within reach. Taking one final glance back on my homeland, the beautiful scenery of old is nowhere to be seen. Only distorted masses of light and shadow undulating on the sea level. Resembling foam heaped by waves before dawn, dissolving one by one to gradually reveal its cold and true nature. And then we exit this, and Cypher's like, "What is this loser shit I'm reading?"
Ooh, this looks tragic. Do you think they made it to Akuma?
At least he's worried. at least he asked.
Probably not. I've never seen or heard of anyone from Styxia and Akuma. At least, I'm still left for Dolos. Guess this city wasn't so lucky. Huh. It does seem unfair, doesn't it? Just because they were born in the wrong place, they had to face such devastation. Meanwhile, those in Akuma, simply because they're supported by the world-bearing Titan, continue to survive.
Yeah, the world just isn't fair, is it? Speaking of the world-bearing Titan, Cypher, didn't you tell me once you used to be an apprentice at Kefali's priestly court?
Oh.
Huh.
Eh.
Did I?
Yeah, you definitely told me, and I remember it clearly. Maybe it's been so long, your memory's gotten a little fuzzy.
Ah, right. I did tell you. It wasn't a big deal. I just snuck in with a bunch of mumbling priests and watched them do their spooky rituals around some glowing rock.
Spooky.
Honestly, I was only interested in the wallets of the old grandpas on the council back then. Don't remember much else. It's been what? Nearly 1,000 years?
Eesh. Oh, immortality.
Oh, I see. But you and a priest are
asked you to picture that. Besides, priest robes from 1,000 years ago were nothing like the ones today.
Right. I didn't think about that. I was just curious if you ever overheard anything interesting from those priests.
How ridiculous. Come on, let's head to the next spot.
Gamma. Okay.
Where did this roadblock come from? Ugh, this is so annoying. The treasure is right in front of us.
Oh dear, we're stuck here. But I have a plan.
Oh
Should
dear,
we call
Bartolos.
on that big, noisy, cumbersome hand of Xandria?
Never thought that thing would actually come in handy.
Leave it to me, boss.
Come on.
Need a controller. After all, you know.
Like, for Cypher to like be the demigod of trick, like the core flame's already been turned in, which implies, or would, I would assume, guarantee that Zagreus has been taken care of. But the
Not a
vibes,
good sign to be empty-handed.
but this, like the vibes I'm getting are that Bartolos, like, is just Zagreus somehow, which would be interesting. I could see it with the whole trickery thing of like, oh yeah, no, Zagreus is totally dead, and enough people believe it, so it's the truth. Like, there does seem to actually be something to that. Because it would make sense earlier when he was like, oh, why is it so loud? Why would they make it like that? Was like essentially what I remember him saying. Or again, the kind of vibe I got from it. Bip. And again, here he's self-criticism. Okay.
Not bad. However, I still don't see how this ties into trickery.
Let's go.
Hey, slow down! That question you asked me earlier. I think I just remembered something.
What?
You know,
Eh?
that question. The one you specifically asked me. Right after we dug up the second chest.
Forgive me, boss lady, but have you been under a lot of stress lately? I didn't ask anything. You must have imagined it.
Oh. Is that so? Maybe you're right. I have been a little on edge lately.
What is happening right
I
now?
need to relax.
They're just constantly second-guessing everything. Like the characters themselves are. But also she was saying that this isn't Bartolos. Like, it's weird because deception is Zagreus' thing. So it's like, she's like, oh yeah, let's go, Bartolos. Or maybe that's what she was implying. It wasn't that this isn't the Bartolos she knows, but rather that she just calls him Bartolos, because that's what he goes by now. But it is Zagreus? I don't know. Again, it's been 2 weeks.
Twinkle in my chest, how this core flame is the best.
Wow, when it comes to singing, I still sound
That wasn't
better than
bad.
you, boss.
That wasn't bad.
Go beyond all time and space on the journey of flame chase.
And I just hamming it up. Okay. Please, why you? It's.
This
I swear your
scent
sniffing is like louder
feels
than your
like something
speech.
incredible is buried
Oh my
here.
goodness.
Incredible indeed.
Tea.
If even boss
Okay.
ladies
I
can
just put my phone back down and it buzzed again.
Do
Hey,
I
can you-
need
can
to
you
give
stop?
instructions here? Get digging.
Oh my goodness.
What?
Oh, take Nabbit. 1 sec. Okay, friggin' stop. Alright, just him digging again.
Oh, isn't this a golden scapegoat?
Sure is.
Oh, isn't there a myth about this thing? Those who feared fire became sheep.
Sheep, humans, whatever. All I know is unlocking this gets us treasure.
Yeah, it's
Puzzles
fair.
and tricks are right up my alley. Just leave it alone.
Hello me. Do we get to do the puzzle? Yeah. Nice. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Are you serious? Are you kidding me? Okay. That was like the easiest puzzle. Interesting. That one just hurt a little bit. I wanted a more fun puzzle.
Told you, nothing can stop me.
Absolutely nothing.
Cyber, it's your turn now.
Stop! Stay there, and don't turn around.
Huh? What do you mean?
You just turned around. Dummy.
I told you. Don't move.
My poor old back.
Bug.
Shh, quiet. Don't say anything unnecessary. That seamstress. She's listening.
Ah.
Boss, do you mean?
That was some fun animation on Bartolos, not gonna lie.
Stay put and keep quiet. I'll handle her.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa, whoa. Seamstress. Getting sneaky, aren't we? Did you think I wouldn't notice your little spies lurking around me?
As time passes, I find myself leaning more and more on blind luck. With only the power of this little nymph, naturally I couldn't slip past your sharp eyes, Cyphera.
Even if you could fully control Bartolos's mind, I would still be able to see through your disguise. Aglaya.
Oh? So was she... Eh?
You've gone to such lengths to spy on my every move. What exactly are you after? I've told you before, you don't need me to succeed. Why don't you just let this go? I already made an exception and got involved with Castorus and Grey Mystery. Asking for more now. Isn't that pushing your luck a bit too far?
So was she just fully controlling him? Is that what she meant?
I'm sorry, Cyphera. I've plotted and schemed my whole life. But I never could have predicted our relationship would end up like this. I've spent centuries trying to figure out where I went wrong, replaying every moment over and over. But you've never given me a chance to explain myself, face to face. Don't talk to me like that. You know I can't take it. 1,000 years ago, out of foolishness, I let my silence steal away the most beautiful sound I'd ever known.
I see limbs.
So this time, I must say this to you, even if it's all in vain. I need you, Cyphera. The Chrysos Heir's mission needs you. The finale I've delayed for far too long. It's finally here. Whatever resentment you still hold against me will fade once I'm gone.
I forgot that she's currently like on a she just
Please,
jumped from a ledge.
come back to Akama. I'm begging you. Without you, they don't stand a chance.
I'll think about it, seamstress. But stop watching me. Unless you want to lose me for good.
Don't worry. As much as I'd love to hear your voice again, to see your face, it seems that chance will never come. Goodbye, Cyphera.
Bye, Aglaya.
Ah, what a shame. I thought there'd be some real treasure under that goat's head.
Turns out, everything in that chest was soaked in water from the River of Souls. Nothing valuable left. Those relics were once priceless. But time has eroded away all that they once were.
Aww, hearing that from you makes it sound so sad. Wait, why am I getting all sentimental? I haven't even processed what just happened. That horrible woman. When did she... Oh!
If you see her, let her know this. As demigods, we can't avoid our duties forever.
Could it have been back then when...
Do you remember now? Looks like you don't need me to jog your memory. She must have slipped that nymph into your pocket while you were distracted.
It's got pockets? I don't like that. I don't like that idea.
Don't underestimate that bug. It's every bit as dangerous as the seamstress's golden thread. Let your guard down for even a second, and it might take over. Make you spill secrets you'd never share otherwise.
Whoa, that's like some brainwashing monster straight out of the Black Tide! Creepy.
Creepy.
Boss, how did you realize something was wrong? I'm curious. What exactly did that nymph make me say?
Actually, it gave itself away very early on.
Speaking of the world-bearing titan, Cypher, didn't you tell me once you used to be an apprentice at Kefali's priestly court?
We've been partners in crime for 1,000 years. We've talked about everything there is to talk about. Except for that one experience at Dawncloud. I never told you about that. I absolutely wouldn't have shared that with anyone.
But, boss lady, there's a chance Aglaya wasn't trying to trick you?
And as far as I know, the embodiment of trickery despises that golden thread which forces people to speak the truth. You'd never defend Aglaya. Isn't that right?
Okay, yeah.
Zagreus?
Straight up just is Zagreus.
You have a terrifyingly sharp mind.
After all, I'm the only one in the world who knows you're still alive. To
Yeah.
make sure you survive the Titan trial, I had to fool the entire world.
I feel like there could have been a way cooler
If
reveal.
you want to keep that lie from falling apart, you'd better keep playing your part in the days ahead.
Even if it weren't for saving my worthless little life, I'd still walk through fire for Cypher without hesitation.
Like, I hope Bartolos gets to do something cool at some point.
You may have been reduced to this form, but you still haven't lost your way with words.
Speaking of which, Cypher, you're not taking that wicked woman's words to heart, are you? Life's been pretty great lately. Why get into trouble now? Don't you think?
Honestly, I've been thinking. Maybe a trip back now wouldn't be too bad.
You're back again, so...
Oh.
Cyphera,
Aww.
your face.
The baby.
I need clothes. Anything. Just throw me something. A piece of cloth will do. Just enough to cover the wounds. I will pay back the amount I owe. I promise.
You're bleeding golden blood.
Yes. What about it? So what if I'm one of those Chrysosairs they talk about? Those infinitely strong heroes. World-renowned swordsmen. Exceptionally intelligent scholars.
Cyphera.
Oh, I'm sorry to disappoint. Who knew that group of amazing people would include me? A pauper,
Oh, lordy.
thief, con artist. Maybe I should just make another cut to drain all this yellow stuff out of me and...
Dear lord.
Stop it, Cyphera. I'll give you clothes, warm you up, and stay here. Stay in my workshop until you're healed.
Aren't you going to ask me how I got these wounds? Right. What's the use? I'm so good at lying. Even your golden thread can be fooled. If you can't verify the truth, why bother asking at all?
I don't need to ask. Nor do I need to use the golden thread. I know everything you do is for survival, at all costs. Stay here. You won't have to deal with the cold or go hungry again. Stay by my side, and you can start putting yourself back together.
Aren't you worried I'll ruin this place's reputation? Or that I might sneak off with your precious clothes and sell them?
I wouldn't have invited you if I were worried about those things.
You're weird, seamstress. You know, they say a child who often lies remains a liar for life. I've tried not to become a liar, but honestly, it's just too hard. I'm close to giving up. What makes you think I won't disappoint you?
Because I can feel it. Not with the power of a demigod, but with the heart that beats in my chest. You love this place. That's why you keep coming by, but also why you hesitate to stay longer. You worry you'll tarnish the Gold Weaver name. After taking over Nestia's divine authority, I became used to letting the golden thread distinguish sincerity from falsehood. However, the mission I need to complete requires me to learn to trust and rely on my heart. Cyphera, you're an honest thing I've given to this world. And also a challenge the world has given to me. Stay here with me. You have a beautiful face that deserves better than to be covered in scars and grime.
You've got a way of talking that's hard to follow. All right, let's make it a deal. You have 1 day to change your mind. Once the action hour passes, there's no turning back.
Interesting. Yep. Oh yeah, they're trying to kill Don Hung. Those folks in black. Not responding to provocations, nor do they seem intent on fighting. What exactly are they waiting for? And before we continue, I really liked the writing in that scene. Like, it really set up and, like, showed, like, the start of the, like, the basis, the basis of the relationship between Cyphera and, Aglaya. And, like, why they care about each other so much. And, like, it's a cool moment seeing the little thief kid trying to cover up their wounds so that no one else finds out that they're a Chrysos heir. Like, the dynamic is really cool. But it like just the way the lines were delivered, it doesn't match the writing. Not in like not in the quality, but in that like it feels like there wasn't as much direction given for how the lines should come across. I don't know, it didn't fit the vibe, really. Was it? Oh. Like, I guess it kind of ties into the character in that, like, you've got a little kid who's, like, desperate and just trying to cover up the wounds they got and is scared to trust anyone. But all the lines are said in, like, a very dramatic, I know what I'm doing kind of voice, which is, it's an interesting voice. But it, like, it sounds like she's always laughing. Which I can see what that's going for there, of like, oh, the trickster who's always laughing. I can easily see it even tying into always sounds like she's laughing because that's, you know, the greatest trick is to fool everyone, including yourself. But like, I don't know. The delivery just didn't seem to match the actual lines being said, which takes me out of it. I'm tempted to switch over to one of the other voice packs to see what it sounds like. I don't. Then maybe I'll. Well, I'm trying to think. Would they have Dan Heng voiced in those other ones as well? I kind of want to check it out for that reason too. We'll see.
Pressure, fear, planting seeds of anxiety. It seems this is the strategy they've chosen.
Yes. Honestly, Lygus has a similar kind of voice. It's all very stressed and split. It only continues when he's fully decided. Like, it sounds like he's kind of forcing words out. And it's interesting because he's a robot. He's a robot man. Cypher is just a cat girl. So, like, it's interesting. An organization that sees it as their mission to eradicate the Chrysos heirs. I've read some chilling accounts. Stories of the cleaners using alchemical arts to implant fragments of memories into their successors, ensuring both identity and hatred live on.
From what I know, these stories
Intense.
are true. The kindness we know today,
Oh.
strictly speaking, is the 27th kindness.
Oh, hate that.
Objectively, the rise of the cleaners was both inevitable and necessary. Yet, their ruthless and twisted methods earned them nothing but disdain and condemnation from history.
Yeah. And still they endure. An organization persisting through time, now working tirelessly to obstruct the flame chase. Are they truly so terrified of the era nova the Crisis heirs strive for?
Even in these crumbling end times, there are always those who find ways to profit from the chaos.
Yeah, I hate that.
To ask the vested interests to abandon their status, wealth, and ambitions in this world for a distant ideal may be no easier than creating a miracle.
I wonder where Stella is now. If they're targeting me, she definitely won't escape their notice either. I hope all is well. Oh hey, how's it going? Is that Lord Krateros?
There you are, Lord Dan Heng. We couldn't reach you on the teleslate, so the Holy City Guard almost assumed you two had met some terrible fate.
I'm trying to remember who his voice actor is, but I do love it.
You pests crawling in the shadows, back off. Your plot ends here. You played your hand. Run while you still can. It might be your only chance to survive. Stay away from Akama forever. If you set foot there again, the fury of its people will tear you apart.
Well, it would appear that Aglaya is already dead. Although we didn't see her die, so who freaking knows? She could have pulled something. And I think she, like, asked... Didn't she, like, ask Cyphera for help? Or something, like, as she was falling? I feel like they insinuated that she might make it.
Because Aglaya is dead.
Oh, no, there it
In
is.
the eyes of the Holy City
There it is.
citizens,
She's
her
could have
blood
clicked
is on
once.
your hands.
Yeah. Hey, how's it going?
Looks like she was wrong about you.
She? Are you talking about the mastermind behind all of this?
Well, she thought you were weak. She believed that even when you were facing the evil that you claimed to oppose, you'd hesitate to strike.
Misinterpreting mercy for weakness shows how arrogant and foolish your master is.
Speaking of, have I? I'm trying to think if I've really brought it up. It was back. It was a bit ago. It was like around Mother's Day. I started listening to Epic the Musical. I forget if I brought it up. I feel like I must have, because I played this game recently and it's all freaking Greek themed. I have finished it. I think I already had by that time. But that shit goes so hard. For mercy being mistaken for weakness is another thing in that. Or rather, mercy having consequences is a big theme in that. Man, that stuff's so good.
They're still alive. With proper care,
Yeah, I didn't kill them.
Days.
That's why I'm not worried.
But I must warn you. I haven't fought a human in ages. I can't guarantee I'll always be able to hold back.
Finon is just
they're
cool.
Lucky they're still alive. If you feel as lucky as they are, try me.
Nice. Bro, you sound so cool. Thanks.
Finon is seriously upset.
Get out of here. Don't show your face around us again. If your master wants to stop the flame chase journey, she'd better bring an army that makes Kremnos at its peak look like child's play.
I've said it more than once, Lord Finon. We're not here to start a fight. We came only to ensure you weren't anywhere else.
We're here to keep you busy. Type shit.
While you were unaware, we already accomplished our mission. To buy time. So, Lord Finon, until next time.
Are you okay?
Also, if you notice me wincing in pain at any point, I did semi-recently grab AirPods. I haven't had any in like a while. And I was like, we'll try them out again with like the new stuff. They can charge wirelessly. That's nice. And I think because I've been wearing them, I'm pretty sure I have an ear infection. So if I move... Right there it is. Yep, okay. If I move my headphones just the right way, there's just a pain in my inner ear. So that's what that is.
I'm fine. Anyone who uses innocent lives as bargaining chips has gone too far.
Yeah. Do you think they have a chance?
Probably a desperate gamble. I guess the opposition within the Council of Elders is still desperately fighting to obstruct the flame chase journey. If the conspiracy is exposed, they'll be hunted down in the Holy City like rats with nowhere to run, no matter where they hide. My teleslate.
My phone. Is it a Glaya? Oh! Oh, I forgot that that is part of her thing, wasn't it? Was that it was her threads that like allowed this communication? Oh no. What's going on? Yeah. Huh. Yup. There it is. Okay. Get the frick out. Get the frick out of here.
Blasted. Those guys.
Why is it them?
But how could they possibly? Stay calm. This could just be one of her schemes. I won't believe it until I see it for myself.
Finon, what should we do now?
Stay on course. I'll contact Treeby and ask her to keep the citizens calm. We'll hurry back to Akama as fast as possible and assess the situation in the city. If we run into any enemies along the way,
Check him
I
out.
won't be merciful this time.
He's like, yeah, you killed a Goliath. Everyone can die. It's time to start killing. I wouldn't be surprised if the way it goes is, hey buddy,
Cartonis,
again, if it's all a trick, essentially. Because I think the cipher bit we got was in the past. I'm trying to remember if it was. If it was, it would make sense that then Cypher, like, found out about it, and, like, as she's falling, just grabs her and runs, so it looks like she's just gone.
you're forging a sword for Finan, aren't you?
But she probably is just dead.
I haven't seen you wield the hammer in so long. I couldn't help but be entranced by the sight.
You, Aglaya.
Yeah.
In this form, you come to me. It means...
That's right. At this moment,
Yup.
my physical
There it
form
is.
is already shattered. My journey as a human in this world has come to an end. It's time to fulfill our pact.
Of course. The pact. I haven't forgotten.
I do, you know, having characters that speak in, like, fragments is like, it's a classic. But I do find it funny. She's like, now it's time to fulfill the pact. If you... Just the way that it's kind of written makes it like, of course, the pact. I haven't forgotten. Like, yes, I know exactly what you're talking about.
The thing I
It's
entrusted to
funnier read that way.
do you still have it?
Far too plain this vessel is.
Oh.
Not worthy of you. Do you still insist?
I insist. Over the past 1,000 years, every piece of fabric I've worked with has been tainted by my cold divinity. It's made me hate their colors, texture, and scent. This ornament stands apart.
Oh.
It was a gift from a child. She was pure and kind. I often wished my childhood could have been like hers.
How to say goodbye to everyone? Have you already planned?
Of course. This is the guy we're talking about.
I'm afraid there's no such detailed plan
Aw.
this time.
Never mind. That's just
I
even
deeply
sadder.
regret not being able to say farewell to them, one by one. The moment has come. My departure will give them one less thing to worry about. This parting gift should help ease the regret of such a sudden goodbye.
Invented for the Titans, Kremnos' soul-forging technology was. Though divinity it retains, filtered out, the remnants of humanity will be.
Okay.
Is that what you want, Aglaya?
So basically just her,
You've confirmed this with me repeatedly. Yes, Cartonis. I need you to do this for me.
is it so? I'm trying to remember how it works exactly, in that they get the core flame, and then, oh lord, see again, this is the fun part that I'm not sure it's entirely explained yet. They get the core flame from the past god, or the current god. They return it. Do they then take the core flame into themselves immediately? Or do they just gain some of the power, and in the next cycle they become the new god? Also, I assume that even if they've died already, that still happens. But I don't know. Maybe it's not. Maybe if they do die, they don't get to?
Condense my divinity into this ornament.
Aww.
It might still be useful in the future to help them complete their mission.
Selfless until the end. Envy that child, there's no need to. Already lived a grand life your humanity has.
Your praise puts my heart at ease, Grand Craftsman. Please, take me through the last tempering that fate has to offer.
the city is silent, and tension is building with every passing second. The news is probably spread by now. Every household is locked up tight, and all the market stalls have closed down temporarily.
It does feel like a scheme.
I hope so. I just can't believe she'd be taken down by a handful of assassins. If this is all part of a larger plan, Treby must know something. She just couldn't say it in the message. Let's go find her.
Okay. Yay, we got another pull. Woo. Oh. I mean, it's confirmed. Just
back before us.
It's basically confirmed just from those other scenes that she is
heard something.
fully just dead, though. You're back. How's everything? No injuries, I hope? Don Hung,
Don't
a woman
worry.
is dead.
The cleaners didn't lay a hand on us. Lord Kratos, were you in the city when it happened?
Regrettably, no one knows the details of that moment. Eyewitnesses only saw...
It's fine.
Eyewitnesses at the Memorial Palace saw Aglaia fall from the Chrysos airbath.
Oh, God.
She showed no signs of life by the time the Holy City guards approached to check. They were too afraid to jump to conclusions. After all, she was a demigod who lived for over 1,000 years, the leader of the Chrysos heirs. Most citizens of the city believed that death couldn't touch her. She was pierced through the heart by a uniquely crafted dagger. I saw it for myself. It's one of the weapons carried by the cleaners.
And they really got her.
No, that doesn't make sense. The ones who appeared in the grove and those who confronted Don Hung in the Abyss didn't immediately resort to violence. They were just watching and trying to intimidate. They didn't have any reason nor the courage to attack Aglaia. Perhaps...
Speculating blindly won't help. Let's go find Lady Treby. She understands Aglaia's mind best.
I'll stay here to lead the guards and maintain order. Find out what happened, but don't take too long. With Aglaia gone, someone has to take her place and lead Akama. Also, Miss Hyacinth was the one who declared Aglaia dead.
Oh,
You might
that
want
must
to
have
speak
been
with her.
so fun. Yay.
Thank you, Lord Kratos.
Thanks, Kratos. We're gonna go cry now.
The baths are empty.
Notices and feels like bathing after hearing such terrible news. There's the guards. Hello. Oh hey Hyacinth, how's it going?
Hyacinth.
You're back.
We heard from Kratos. Are you alright?
I'm fine. I've been staying close to Lady Treby and Lady Trinan after the incident. It's great that you could come back so quickly. They need someone with them now.
How are they holding up?
Not well. After all, we witnessed Lady Aglaia's last moments. I tried to treat her immediately, but even the sky's blessings declaring her death was the hardest thing I've ever had to do as a doctor. Lord Finan, don't push yourself. You're carrying a heavier burden now.
It's fine. I can handle it.
Was it? Yeah.
What I've lost is a mentor and a comrade in arms. But for Treeby and Treeman, they've lost a 1,000-year-old bond. Like they're losing a part of their lives. You should rest, Hyacin. You've been awake for a long time, haven't you?
Okay. See you later, everyone.
Next, we should visit Lady Treeby.
Hey guys. Oh lord, yeah, this is gonna be absolutely gut-wrenching, isn't it? Hey guys, how you doing?
Snowy. Little Gray. You're back.
Lady Treeby, I...
Hug the child.
Snowy, don't. Please don't apologize to us. You went to the grove to prepare yourself for the threats to Akama. You didn't do anything wrong, so don't be hard on yourself. We were always by Aggie's side throughout this long journey, so we understood her thoughts better than anyone. She knew she wouldn't see the end of the Flame Chase journey, yet she gave everything without hesitation. For the future of everyone.
I know what Aglaya expected of me. Right now, the last thing Akama needs is a leader wallowing in self-pity.
The scroll over there was entrusted to us by Aggie. She instructed us to hand it over to you when the time was right. I think now's the right time.
Golden... Oh, no. Golden threads frayed at the fringe of an era, and prosperity took up the sentiments formerly hanging on its web. The tragic news heard during your travels. Head to the book and write it down. Oh boy! Yay! Review the memory fragment. Well, it's listed as being... Oh, okay. Hyacin, now's not the time. Hello. You really don't have to take the medicine anymore? Medicine can only steady my flesh, but it cannot stop the decay of my soul. I've already borrowed too much time from this world, and now that time is up. Now is the best time for my exit. Please don't cry on my account, teacher. I have a final selfish request. Can you lend me an ear? We'll definitely fulfill it for you. I wish for my death to be quiet and gentle. I hope my lifeless body will not be exposed to the eyes of the public. I faced too many changes in my lifetime, but in the pursuit of one thing alone, I have remained unchanged for 1,000 years. Beauty, right? Huh. That's right, teacher. Beauty. Do you think Snowy's ready? 1,000 years ago, when I took up the core flame of Nestia, do you think I was ready then, teacher? Born into this era, we had no choice but to grow amidst the raging waves, not set sail after everything was prepared. Find and he'll understand. He will grasp the duty I've left for him. He's mature enough now, no longer blinded by anger or hatred. Yay. Okay.
Bainan, my humble student, my trusted colleague. As I write this, you are locked in a battle of words with the Council of Elders, fighting for the survival of the Flame Chase journey on a battlefield where the smoke of war is invisible.
deeply regret and feel guilty for hastily pushing you and the Trailblazer into the debate. But please forgive me. At that moment, I could not afford to show any sign of weakness before you, as it would have crushed your morale. I considered the debate a routine affair, assuming I could win merely with the support and experience we'd accumulated over centuries. But I underestimated Kindness and her party's cunning, and also the deterioration of my own senses. The trap was likely set by the debater Calictus. He had prepared a severed golden thread in advance, revealing it to the public when Kindness was faltering in the debate. He claimed I was reading everyone's thoughts with the golden thread to cheat in the debate. I could have countered that low tactic in 100 ways. But my words slipped out before I could even think about them. With deceitful scoundrels like you in the crowd, I have no choice but to rely on the golden thread to keep watch over everything in this holy city. You can imagine the reaction that comment provoked. At that moment, I felt my time was running short. The divinity in this body might be eternal, but that is not the essence of me. I am a daughter of humanity, born of my mother, and I will die as a human. Realizing that my humanity was fading, I began to plan my exit. What kind of departure would not waste such a belated death? I have yet to find the ideal answer. But I knew I couldn't simply fade away in my sleep like anyone else. The serpents have always lurked in the darkness, terrified of their heads being cut off by the golden thread. If my departure were to be calm and uneventful, it would only lead to a swarm of those serpents emerging from their nests. Regrettably, a peaceful death is a luxury I cannot afford. I must feign weakness deliberately to make those serpents lose patience and act rashly. Just as they think they've struck and sunk their fangs into my heels, that's when I'll strike back, igniting the final blaze to burn away the threats hidden in the shadows. The blaze soaring into the sky might sow fear and confusion, but I have no worries about people losing their way. After all, Akima still has you to guide them, Finan. You're not perfect, Finan. I've witnessed your confusion, recklessness, and deep sensitivity, dawn after dawn. The heavy burdens of your past have always weighed you down, inflicting deep pain. Yet, in your way, you are perfect. You embrace everyone's imperfections, always ready to find the precious qualities hidden beneath their rough exteriors. Unconditionally. That might be what sets our Sky Father Kefili apart from other deities. They recognize the imperfections in their creations, yet still choose to shine their light on them, offering protection with unconditional love. Finan, while you zealously pursued strife, believing it to be your destined path, from the very beginning, my thoughts have never changed.
Hell yeah.
You are the destined world-bearer of Amphorius.
Hell
the
yeah.
gate to Amphorius's future. Go, complete the flame-chased journey of the prophecy, ignite the stars, and inspire hope in the hearts of humanity.
Hell yeah.
I will be waiting at the end of the West Wind, looking forward to the miracle you will create.
Aglaya, how could I possibly be worthy of the burning torch you've passed into my hands? Donang, can you do me a favor?
Whatever I can help with. Just say the word.
Please deliver a message to Lord Krateros. Have
Oh,
him gather
lordy,
the
let's
Holy
go.
City guards and the Kremnoans to spread the word from door to door. At the lucid hour tomorrow, Finan will speak at the Marmorial Palace. Urge everyone who has concerns about the Holy City's future and the Flame Chase journey to attend this gathering. Tell them Aglaya has left Amphorius the seeds of hope.
Hell yeah. Understood.
Thank you. It's been a harrowing day for everyone. Please make sure to rest well and collect your thoughts.
Hello. Cartonis has arrived.
Cartonis.
Time to get a
Brings
sword.
you to Marmorial Palace?
Or something with the vessel.
I plan to get everything settled before coming to see you. Is there something urgent, Cartonis?
How are you holding up, I wanted to see. Better than I expected, you seem.
There's no room for doubt anymore. It's time to take action and show everyone that the leadership of the Chrysos heirs is still strong.
Right. Your assessment is...
So, good job.
Now, here.
You have
Take
chosen
this.
wisely. Hell yeah.
Is this it? You've completed it.
Dawnmaker.
Hell
The
yeah.
name I've chosen for it.
3 versions in, Finon's getting to be the main character again.
Before dawn, prepare for battle. For tomorrow, wield your sword. Befits your stature, it does. Chrysos heir.
Hell yeah.
Dawnmaker. Unbelievable. You've never seen that black-clad sword master. Yet you've recreated this so precisely, just from what I described.
Precise your
So
description.
you described it well. Almost like they're gonna end up being one and the same sword. Like, if it's not... If Finon is not connected to the Black Swordsman, that is the most well-played thing I've ever seen. Because all signs are pointing towards Finon. Just like it being a past version of Finon, or a future version for all we know.
Imbued it with the power of dawn I already have.
Hell yeah.
Guided by your will, gleam with golden flames, its blade will.
Hell yeah.
Wield it. May triumph always be yours.
Hell yeah.
Thank you, Cartonis. I will use this sword to protect the beings of Amphorius.
Another thing there is.
Oh, it's like 10:30, dear lord. Hell yeah.
What's this?
Stored here, the remnants of Aglaya's divinity are.
I'm sorry, what?
This was her commission. Her death she had long foreseen.
Can she still hear us?
It's difficult to confirm. About divinity, we know very little in this way. She wanted to be with you. Always.
I understand. Let me keep it. With this, I'll have another constant companion by my side. May this world never have a need for a deliverer. Someone told me long ago.
Well, here we are.
But when the world dashed her hopes and fell into disarray, if she could see me now, leading from the front, rallying people against their destiny. She would surely smile.
Hell yeah. Get him, my guy. straight to the next day.
How will the Holy City continue without Lady Goldweaver?
I don't got the internet no more. What the hell?
Look! Lord Finan is here.
He's so
Will
freaking
he step up
trippy.
to lead Akama?
No. Frick y'all.
Not long ago, I spoke at the Citizens' Assembly at Dawncloud.
1 second. Okay.
I wrestled with every word, searching for the right ones to rally support and keep the Chrysos Heir's flame chase alive. In the end, I remembered a lesson from one of my teachers. In battles where words are weapons, outrage and blind passion often overpower reason. I followed his strategy. I painted my opponents as nothing more than pests, tore apart their character, and laid out their crimes.
Buddy?
The strategy
Where we going?
worked. I secured enough votes to achieve my goal, but afterward, there wasn't even a flicker of joy. I realized that apparent victory masked a deeper failure. In my pursuit of success, I fueled division and strayed far from my very purpose that led me to the flame chase journey. This journey was supposed to unify, not divide, to strengthen us, not weaken us. It was the gold thread that mended our rifts in the past. Some saw it as a means of surveillance, a tool of control.
And to be fair, she
But
did be
no
surveilling
one
shit.
can deny that it was Aglaya who held this city and even this shattered world together. Now she is gone. Yes, as you have heard, the demigod Aglaya, who guarded the holy city for a millennium, has indeed fallen.
Who murdered Lady Goldweaver?
Find the murderer! Make them pay!
Little Tribby in the corner. Just like, oh no.
I felt the same as all of you initially. I wanted to stand here beside you, to condemn the sinners, to discuss retribution, and to see justice brought down upon them. But my perspective has changed.
Oh.
The golden threads that once bound this city have unraveled. Yet no one is celebrating their freedom from control. In the empty markets and bath chambers, one feeling lingers. Unease. Deep down, we all know the last safeguard against the harm we may do to each other is gone. No divine power will protect us from the malice in our hearts. From now on, only the moral code we choose to uphold for ourselves will stand between us and the abyss.
Finan has a way with words.
A man of letters?
Indeed.
Indubitably.
The flame chase journey is nearing its end.
Oh yeah, is it just
With
the
only
one?
one Titan left for the Chrysos heirs to
Is there
conquer.
not another?
Aquila! Before I rise to the skies, I challenge you. Cast out the shadows and malice within your hearts. Let your spirit shine brighter than the sky itself. Let me bear witness. Even without the divine authority of romance, Akama will remain a sanctuary in these end times. A place for the kind people Aglaya dreamed of. The kind of people foretold in prophecy. A better people!
Better people! Better people! Better people! Better people! Better people!
And on one hand, like, this is like the number of people that are there, so it makes sense that there's not many. But that is the other thing with HSR cutscenes that always feels weird, is when they do chanting, and it's like 2 or 3 voices. It's like, oh, that feels a little underwhelming.
I appreciate your willingness to accept the challenge. You have reminded me that Aglaya left me perhaps the simplest duty in the world. To bear the burden of creation, I need only to give one thing. It's a gift she once gave me without hesitation, and now I share it with each of you. Unshakable faith. There's still a long way to go before Amphorius is reborn. But we will not forget the past as we move forward. For the memories of Amphorius will always benefit future generations. Allow me this moment. I want to borrow a few minutes of your time to commemorate a demigod who protected the holy city for a millennium. She was Akama's dressmaker, the leader of the Chrysos heirs, the Gold Weaver, Aglaya, and her greatest feat was being a selfless person.
That singing sounds so familiar.
Okay. Yeah, there's Anaxa. Dang nabbit.
That's our song. And Snowy used to love it.
Yes, Lady Trian. For that child filled with anxiety, your songs always dispelled the clouds in my heart. Even if for just a moment.
Snowy was so cute and kind when he was little.
Oh.
Now, you've grown so much.
Aww.
Maybe not as cute, but still just as kind.
Time spares no one, so there's nothing we can do. But kindness, you helped nurture it in me.
Don't mention it. Your light is as bright as ever. Keep it up and stay strong. See you, Snowy.
Goodbye, Lady Tree.
Oh, how dare you.
I heard what you said.
Hate this.
Are you suggesting the debate tactics I've taught you are nothing but sleight of hand?
That's your whole thing.
Not at all, Professor Anaxa. Honestly, without those techniques you taught me, the flame chase journey might not have survived.
Good thing your head's still clear. A Chrysos heir of Kefali. I had no idea you had it in you while I was drilling those formulas in your head in class.
Who could have thought, Professor? By the way, I've completely forgotten those formulas now.
Some things never change. In our next lives, I'll teach you how to truly embrace your divine duties.
I'll be waiting. Goodbye, Professor Anaxa.
Hey, Castros.
Miss Castros, aren't you going to say something?
Lord Finan, you...
have always been so approachable. Ever since we first met, you've seen me as a friend. It was the first time I understood what everyday friendship was like. But that's dangerous.
Dangerous.
Laughing and chatting with you, I sometimes forget who I am.
So you
And
made
for
me let down my
someone with
guard.
my kind of power, that's a real hazard.
I hadn't thought of it that way. Sorry, I forgot to consider your perspective.
Please, no apologies. Despite everything, thinking back on the times we spent together makes me really happy.
I feel the same.
Goodbye, Finan.
Goodbye, Gasteros. Aglaya.
Remember, Finan, after completing the flame chase, leave the decision to initiate the miracle of Genesis to the Amphorians. The Chrysos heirs are the executors of the prophecy, yet they, the people, are the true masters of this world.
Rest assured, I always keep your teachings in mind. The difference between a presumptuous hero and a tyrant is a fine line.
Well said. You've got a good memory.
No.
It's late. Anything else you'd like to add?
Anything else? Even in your imagination, I'm not one to show my vulnerable side.
No worries. I've long understood how difficult it is for you to open up completely. Thank you for bringing me here, Aglaya. You saved me.
Maybe what I wanted to save wasn't you, child, but this crumbling world. Goodbye, Finan.
Goodbye, Aglaya.
Did you forget me?
You're not dead yet.
Forget you.
He's not.
Like I'd ever.
He's not monocolor.
We
Nice.
aren't parting ways forever. You're just off to guard the gates at Castrum Kremnos. Let's not make this a tearful farewell.
You know just how to make a person uncomfortable. I have a feeling we'll meet again in this lifetime. Let's have another showdown then. Deliver.
That's very confident of you. I've changed since then. Have you seen this sword? It's a masterpiece freshly forged by Cartonis.
A bold statement for a mere mortal who hasn't yet claimed the power of a titan. See you around. Finan of Ides Elysiae.
It's a date, Mightimos.
Oh, okay, no, I do remember
What a
seeing people talking about that
poignant
line.
yet splendid journey.
Uh-huh. Sounds like Mem. I wonder
And
who it could
it's
be.
still not over yet,
Who could it be?
is it?
Yes, Cyrene.
Yup.
I was right. In the end, you did become the deliverer in this story.
A lot has changed while you were away. I've met so many people, and tried so many things. I've found new resolve. And I've let go of some attachments. I'm not the same person I used to be.
But to me, you've never changed at all, Finan.
Interesting that the sky has still remained changed. Also, the fact that he brought up there, or Aglaya herself brought up, in his memory.
Dawn Cloud. This place holds so many different kinds of memories.
I'll get to that in a second. Aglaya referred to it as, oh, even in your imagination, you know, you won't get me to open up that easily. So the idea that he's just, like, that's his imagination, he's imagining what they would all say, and Kefali's whole thing is, again, like, remembering the previous world and, like, recreating it, essentially. So that's kind of an interesting parallel there. And now, you know, just had Aglaya's funeral, and then Finan accepting the burdens and carrying on the wishes of all those who've come before, and then Cypher, this place is so fun. Like, are you not in mourning at this point? What are we doing?
I remember you could see the Gold Weaver sign from here, all the way down the mountain, but my eyes aren't what they used to be 1,000 years ago.
Like, it's so unserious, and it... What is up with the focus? 1 second. Better? I think? I don't know.
Cypher, you...
Seamstress. Tell me,
Like, she doesn't sound like a kid here, and that's upsetting, because she looks adorable.
does Akama
it's
have
giving-
any treasures so
it's like-
rare that not even your... I mean, our shop has seen?
Like, the writing is giving sassy lost child. Like, hey, do you know any cool treasures? I'm gonna go steal it. Like, gremlin energy. But it's the, hello, Gold Weaver, our shop? Like, it just doesn't match. It don't feel right.
Of course it has. I heard there's a gem of all worlds hidden somewhere in Dawn Cloud. Apparently, it's a piece that fell out of the Dawn device. It's truly a priceless treasure, being a part of Kefali's divine body. Even I, the Gold Weaver, cannot witness its glamour.
You do realize what this means, right? This means that she's gonna go try to get it.
Gem of all worlds. Nice! Got it. Well, please keep looking after the shop while
You're probably already plotting to sneak into Dawn Cloud to steal that gem, aren't you? And your next move is probably trying to sell it to the highest bidder, then distribute that money to the poor and the refugees in the Holy City?
No.
Look, seamstress. Are you sure you aren't peeking into my head with your golden threads?
You might be skilled at covering up lies, but
Aw.
your compassion is all over your face, plain as day. Don't lie to yourself. Do you honestly think this is the right thing to do, Cypher?
What else am I supposed to do? That's the only thing I can do with my power.
You keep talking about how I have the potential to become a good person.
Or even what people call a hero. But I don't know what I need to do to get there! I can't weave golden dresses like you! I can't sing as well as Miss Hyceelins! And I definitely don't know as much as Big Sis Treeby!
Like, I don't know. I don't know about the delivery. Also, there's the name again. Okay, because isn't that is it Fugusa's? If I remember right?
The only things I'm good at are the underhanded street smarts that no one even respects. But I still want to be worthy of you. I want to prove that you've made the right choice. Even thieves can dream. Right?
I know, Cypher. You are justified in your anger. Destiny is never fair. And your path is doomed to be even worse than everyone else's. You are fated to walk in the dark and bear the world's misunderstanding in this journey. But You have to believe that everyone in this world is unique in their own way. I am convinced that you're the only one who can bear the authority of trickery. Even if you have to contend with the legendary 300 master thieves of Dolos.
Aglaya, I just want everyone to believe that the world is beautiful. And that everyone is simple. And kind.
Okay,
If
so
only I could get everyone to believe that.
there's the core of the character. If enough people believe a lie, it becomes the truth. So the world falling apart, seeing if you can trick everyone into thinking that it's okay, that everything will be okay.
Would that lie become reality? If enough people believed in it, even though it's a lie.
Lies will always be lies.
That's tough.
Cypher, but sometimes...
Okay, thank you.
they can be more noble than the truth.
Huh. Are you really planning to just stand there forever? Honestly, sneaking around doesn't suit you, Deliverer.
I never thought I could slip past your sharp ears, Miss Cypher. I just didn't think it'd be right to interrupt when you're obviously lost in thoughts.
Still as charming with your words as ever, boy. Your speech at the public baths wasn't half bad. I'll admit. It managed to touch my heart. Just a smidge.
Thank you. I had a feeling back then that you were in the audience. Intuition certainly is a thing of wonder.
Uh-huh.
Oh, and you didn't call me out on the spot. You waited all this time to tell me.
What's the word for that? Like reading the room. Being considerate, I guess.
Well, I thought you'd need some time to yourself.
None of your business. Enough small talk. Tell me, what kind of trouble did you run into that you need me, the super old-timer, to step in?
We've only met a couple of times, but you've always gone straight to business. I respect that about you, old-timer, so I'll cut to the chase. You're probably aware that Aglaya has earned the support of the entire city for the Chrysos heirs. Everyone believes that she died at the hands of council members who were against the flame chase. And the citizens' fury has been dragging these schemers out of the shadows one by one. But they didn't get everybody. To this day, we still haven't found Elder Kindness.
Ah, I see. You're afraid she'll do something wild now that she's pushed into a corner, aren't you?
Yes.
A little bit.
I believe that Kefali's core flame, forever enshrined above the council theater, would be the opposition's final trump card against the Chrysos heirs. We're setting out to campaign against Aquila in a few days. With the Chrysos heirs gone, it'll be their best chance to strike.
That's fair.
You think those desperate dogs will try to snatch the core flame while you're gone? So, you want me to give them a nice long walk while you're away, right?
You sure saw right through me, Miss Cypher. I know exactly what you can do. Godlike speed, perfect disguises, untraceable movement, and that most enigmatic authority of trickery.
So is there something with like the truth changing?
Please, use whatever tricks you need to protect
Oh, dang.
Kefali's core flame. Even if you have to deceive the rest of the Chrysos heirs as well.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Hey, Deliverer. Do you honestly think that there's no way I'll turn you down? Do you even have any plan Bs if I decide to nope out on this?
Nope.
As the demigod of trickery, there are no other trump cards in the world that can outrank you. I'm sure you know the answer to your own question, Miss Cypher.
What confidence. You talk as if you have everything in the palm of your hand. Huh. So you did learn a thing or two from her. I'll give you that. Then let me tell you something you don't know. The Flame Reaver. They've been watching Akama closely.
You mean...
Bet you didn't expect that, huh? I've been tracking them all this time. And this is my conclusion. That lunatic may have lost their mind. But they're no fool. Why do you think they haven't made a move on Akama yet?
Professor Anaxa once analyzed this. He thought it was probably because Kefali's core flame was protected by the Council of Elders' secret arts.
Ha! Sacred art's my foot! I could break those mechanisms with a flick of my finger. Allow me to let you in on the actual secret. They probably held off from attacking Akama because the Seamstress's defense network was way tougher than you thought. Now that she's gone, and you're heading out to the Eye of Twilight, with the city's defenses in shambles.
What a dangerous situation we find ourselves
The
in.
tisk to tisk was good. I feel like
But
that's
since
always
you're the one
red
who
weird.
brought it up, I'm guessing you already have a solution in mind.
Just look how ridiculously calm you are right now. But you guessed it right. Consider this a 2-for-1 deal. I'll keep that lunatic entertained on top of protecting Kefali's core flame. You owe a big favor after this.
You have my deepest gratitude. That Flame Reaver's power is truly unfathomable.
Don't forget, Deliverer. There's a fundamental truth in this world. Cyphera will always get the last laugh. No need to worry about a demigod. I'll do my job. So you need to make sure you don't die before you pay me.
Oh, switching to Hyacinth, alright.
I'm back. I've been trying to stay away from here since the Black Tide destroyed the grove. And through that, stay away from the memories that might make me sad. But the wind keeps pulling me back. Maybe that's the Twilight Courtyard's duty, after all. I know, little Ika. I know. I too miss the days when we all studied together.
I don't even remember where it comes from, but the nickname that people gave Lil Ika is really funny.
But we have an even more
Oh,
important
man.
mission this time round. Lord Finan has already set the date to campaign against Aquila. Being a descendant of the Sky People, I...
Doot doot.
You're right. At least I can still afford to get lost in thought once in a while. Oh, ancestors. Please wait for just a bit longer. The time I spent in the grove deserves some reminiscence.
$140, dear lord. Well, we already actually have her, so I don't need to do that. Bip. Just grab this one ticket. 14 now. Let's see. Hello, nymph. How's it going? Behold this. Oh, behold this lovely exuviate. Our Lady Nestia once spun it with familial love to greet the first golden thread as tribute to Circes. It said innumerable golden butterflies burst forth from this husk, their scale dust raining down like golden stars descending to earth. What joy it would bring to see such splendor. Oh, okay. So here's the question. First, I did my login. Got that. The achievement. What was that? Mourn the perishing of a great mortal. Oh, and they refer to her as a mortal. That's nice. Okay, interesting. There's still 4 left. Huh. Interesting. Ensure the Black Tide's corroded demon does not absorb any corrosion. Fair enough. Oh, okay, it's actually hitting yourself. I thought the self-criticism was specifically doing that bit in the story where Bartolos uses the hand of Zagreus, and I was like, did they really just spoil it by calling it that? But no. It's hitting the player character. Okay. It is... Let's see. Let's do a bunch of that stuff still to do. It's about 11 o'clock. I think I am actually going to call it there. Started at a point where I was in a side story, so we will end
What
at a similar
full day.
point.
A good night's sleep is basically guaranteed.
Nice. I'm glad to hear that, because I need some sleep. Oh, wait, no, we'll do this first. Here's what we'll do. Oh boy, this is going to be great, not hurt at all. Yay. Wahoo. Oh, why are there so many? I was not expecting that. Might as well. Let's get it.
In Dolos' suburbs, in a tiny weaving workshop,
Oh. Hey, stop that, please.
the silk-weaving old woman busies herself within, as her smart child wanders outside on a whim. The silk pours from the loom, some bright as the dawn, some dark as the night. The woman had lived her whole life in poverty, yet through her business, she never deceives.
Good child, listen to me. Never lie and speak deceit, for people like you only do to honesty.
The girl smiles and nods, but her heart is drawn to the boundless desires of the bustling streets. And the grandmother is unaware that her handmade white dress has been stained
Oh boy.
by the mud of conceit.
Madam, what is a bundle of white silk's price?
Sir, only 2,000 balance coins.
An honest price tag can only meager profit obtain.
If we keep selling cloth like this, we'll stay poor for the rest of our lives.
The girl complains to her grandmother, while sprouting countless plots and petty tricks. The woman
it's nice to use
smiles
her voice
and
now.
does not reply, only weaving with night-shaded silk a suave hooded robe for her
Oh.
little spark.
Well, it's adorable.
Why don't you take some of our goods and go into the city tomorrow to try out those pranks?
Oh? You're encouraging it?
The mesmerizing moneyed charm of Dolos City turns minds and tongues into a whirlwind of confusion. Even the girl who prided herself on sharp ears and a clever tongue could not contend with the myriad shifting face before her. She returns penniless and furiously seized.
I vow to the god of thieves that I will eventually empty those people's pockets.
Smiling, her grandmother stops her silk work and offers some dinner with humble dish.
Silly child, don't let Titans hear such vows
Don't
and
you start making
promises.
vows to the gods.
Yet,
Terrible idea.
when the moon rises, a magnificent pin graces the old lady's pale locks. The girl smiles at the old woman, now stunned in shock.
I actually did return with some catch.
The brilliance adorning her white hair drew all eyes, and its proud original owner arrived to stake their claim.
Wait, 1 second. Can I go
The
back?
bet
I
that
cannot.
the girl won with a brilliant trick is described as a thief's loot through lying schemes. The old woman in her panic shouldered the blame, confirming a sin
Oh.
that was but a fabrication.
By Dolos's laws, we must also execute all her family.
Wow.
To protect the girl,
Wild.
the old woman reveals the final secret unseen.
She's not my family, but just an orphan picked from the street on a whim.
People thought this to be a lie, but the girl knows that her grandmother cannot deceive.
Just like how she always glossed over questions about parents and kin.
Your parents went to a city-state far away.
The girl never bothered to unravel the threadbare lie.
Stop! Stop right there, you thief!
Run. Run as fast as you can. Cyphera.
The lies overthrow the shop and tear apart the good woman's good name.
Oh.
Leaving the girl with guilt and grief. The hearth of her home was a lie, doused by another conceit. But if her sleight of hand had better skill, would it have made that fire burn forever? The girl pulls down the hood and sinks into the starless dark.
I vow to the god of thieves.
And from that day, she never left empty-handed, her words woven with deceit. However, back then, the girl did not realize that the people did not covet one simple pin, but the golden blood flowing beneath her skin.
Yeah, it's sad as hell, though. Hyacinth, and then we'll do Fine and then Aglaya.
This world may contain thousands of ills, but the number of sufferers is countless, like ocean-going sails. The father and daughter who inherited the sky wander this land's paths. And throughout the cities, they heal the unwell.
Heirs of the sky who once reveled in martial might, why do you now soothe the world's blistering blight?
The doctor responds with a smile, as he cures the injury's agony.
Father, why did our ancestors revel in warlike might?
Because they only have a sorrowful past of lamenting wails.
Then why are we here, soothing the blight?
Because we have a future that needs protection still.
The priest who parts dusk from dawn, collapsed the sky and sealed her ways, and dwells in a place where time itself mends, bearing the promise to return to the Zenith Supreme.
This is the Twilight Courtyard's story.
And the father tells his daughter the tale of their line, next to the bonfire, lit in the wilderness where winds pine. Though he had told the story many times before, a light in the girl's eyes still shines.
Maybe I will return to the sky one day.
Hey, don't.
Maybe that is not to be your fate.
Hey, maybe don't.
The blessings of the sky were passed down through generations of their heirs. The brawn of the Titan who molded stars granted a boon fitting and fair.
Hell yeah.
Perhaps the girl with heroic blood in her veins will be accompanied by thunderbolts and the sun's merciless glare. Childishly, she recited the words,
Oh sky, heed my wishes.
And thunder and heat did not descend. She only saw a sliver of gentle warm flare, wiping away mortal exhaustion and others' tired airs.
Oh.
What a gentle blessing. All said that she must be a savior saint, bringing light to the land, even if faint. But where the girl's eyes often gazed was the wine-dark sky, gloomy and bleak.
The god is also sick.
That grand longing to save the world may be no more than the girl's feeble dream. But her father treated it as his greatest treasure and taught her all the ways of potions and creams.
That girl therefore always accompanied the gentle master of healing and repair. And she brought glowing faint light to the night, dispelling pains and mending the world's pitchy plight. Father and daughter often rested in the silent courtyard under the giant tree. Yet today, at that place, only one solitary figure can be seen. On that night, the healer spoke to a visitor throughout the night. On that morning, he bid farewell to his daughter for the first time. He will heal the ill at a faraway place, where the end of days approaches, and no family of his should follow.
You have learned the craft of healing, and understood the blessing. But a light more radiant still is needed to heal the entire world.
The departed healer never returned.
Oh, little Ika.
And the girl never left. And that rather lonely courtyard stayed silent as it was before.
It's all just always so sad. So yeah, it's a Greek tragedy. Of course, the backstory is going to be tragic as well. But man.
There are
What
no
was that?
swords here, only farming tools.
Facing
Aww.
the ambitious boy, the shopkeeper kindly explained.
Even a rake would do. Let its worth be judged by the verses I etch upon the earth with it.
Many days later, the wounded child stood upon the scorched earth, and silently he buried the ruined tool.
Oh.
For that was his first sword. And on the day that the Black Tide came, he broke the shackles of fate with that weapon true.
Oh. Wild.
Let go of my beard, you white-haired rascal.
No!
Fine. You win, okay?
That was the first victory claimed by the boy. A victory often mentioned in later years. And yet he never treated it with shame.
I understood something thanks to his beard.
The others
What?
hold their breath, waiting for his thoughts. But he only gives out one response.
The victor must stay focused, and success will come when you work on nothing else.
Those words became the foundation of his existence.
Knowledge is also a power used to smite.
While studying at the Grove of Epiphany, he etched this into his heart. So he devoured thousands of books, skimming through to glean the martial powers of might. But unenlightened wisdom is merely dust. And when the next calamity approaches, all he recalled is flight. Thus, his books are always worn into shreds, for each book was read endlessly, till he remembered every detail slight. When first arriving at the Holy City, he was no more skilled than a soldier, except his ambition.
Even the deliverer from the sky must have their beginnings in the soil of the nations.
The elders in the Holy City scorned, casting him into barracks in derision. But
Wild.
none expected this new recruit of unknown history made his name in one mission. Some asked him, which teacher caused such improvement? He answers with countless names,
Aww.
including the Inquirer's own.
Aww.
Only one who treats the world as their teacher can bear its eventual destiny.
Those with golden blood are bound to succeed.
The golden heroes are born as gods, beloved.
Such words echo in the man's mind. Yet he knows glory is not where the journey begins. He misses the buried rake, worshipped the enemy with the long beard, mended his tattered books, and polished the barracks' dust-covered gear.
What forges a hero is not destiny from above, but the long journey that follows.
Now he stands here and looks back, and his past twists into a winding path. The long road to the sky stretches ahead, and towards the blazing white sun, he pens down Deliverance's name.
Hell yeah. I do like that, like, it's central to his character. Like, so far we've gotten Cypher's, like, whole thing is based on past trauma. It's like wanting to be able to deceive anyone. And it does basically just come down to that inciting incident. It's like, oh, I need to be able to deceive anyone just to, like, protect myself. Hyacinth is just a good child and wants to heal the world. Finon's trying to learn from, like, every experience to become the greatest hero he can. And now we've got Aglaya. The final one for Aglaya. Man. The weight of dreams and slumber.
But being
No,
able
no, no,
to
no,
see
no, no,
everything
nah.
is the same
Nah.
as seeing nothing.
I saved this one for last, and it's the one that's just not narrated. Okay. It's a good thing I caught that before it just moved on. She can see the most delicate colors, the most distant contours. She can see the most secret desires, and through the most perfect liars. But being able to see everything is the same as seeing nothing. Countless mirages and cacophony surround her with stimuli plenty, casting her into another kind of blindless overwhelming. So she soaks herself in the bath, and lets her gold thread go beyond the palace. When the water drops on the thread, vibrate and shiver, she closes her eyes and listens to the echoes silently. She hears how a mother's feet were wounded for treading over too many stones, and is soaking her feet in the hot water bath. She hears children playing next to the
I heard that
pools,
the golden goddess also likes to visit the baths.
and someone is saying loudly, she is used to bathing alone, at the start of the hours of lucid or parting, her golden hair spread in the water like a throne, like the scattered golden threads wrapping her again in a cocoon. Yanis's holy maiden silently walks over, scooping up water to wash the weaver's hair, as if cleansing the bough of a laurel tree. That is when the one who sees the core flame finally knows. There's no difference between a demigod and a true deity. The golden blood that congealed through divinity, only in this heavy heat can temporarily flow, and let this golden butterfly feel a fleeting warmth. Just as she had once touched her own face, falls the final tear her eyes will ever produce.
Teacher, I had a dream.
She recounts like a young girl on a whim. The sound of the water repels all disruptions in speech. Such peaceful rest, such sweet dreams. She dreamed of how she was a naive, noble girl, ignorant of the world. She dreamed of the countless nights when she worked in the courtyards she weaved. She dreamed of being before the vine-covered temple where the wind blew by in a violent stream. Lastly, she dreamed of the prophecy that she heeded, how the ancient sound came through the 1,000 waves. It could not be heard clearly in her dream. Do not stare directly into the future of your people, for that blinding prophecy will burn you all.
The dawn device is always glittering. and birds are always chittering.
The children of Akama like these kinds of songs. Why not trust in the promise of an era Chrysia unending, like how children believe in fairy tales passed down unceasing? But will the dawn device truly shine forever? Will the voices of songbirds not one day turn hoarse? In the golden bath in times gone by, she pierced her eyes, for she saw the all too dazzling future of everyone. That future was nothing compared to false promises. That is the price you must pay for listening to my prophecy. The gods have always determined her destiny and her passing. She knew, she has long known. The red-haired child appears worried.
You are aware of everyone's fate, yet never speak of your own future.
The child who passes along the prophecy understands that to lay such a heavy weight on one person is comparable to the dawn the world-bearing Titan shoulders.
There's only one future for silken threads. That is, to weave magnificent clothes for others.
She takes the children's hands, inviting them into the pools, intending to use warm water to wash away their concerns. Yes, before the toll of the bell that announces the hour, before the meeting to judge the flame chase begins, do not waste the rare good dreams or the languid waves warm as tears. She mutters as destiny slumbers in her arms.
The one that wears this elegant attire in the future must bear the weight of the silk threads.
Yay. There she is. All done. Man. It's interesting that we haven't actually, like, that's the first one we finished. Caster's is still going, so is Anax's. Huh. Curious. Hey, ma'am. I've heard that before reaching the end of their life, the followers of Nestia would offer their most beautiful creation. What would that be for Aglaya? Future of the Holy City. Though I haven't seen it yet, it must be like Aglaya's other works, golden, beautiful, and warm. Oh, right. Stell, are all the other stories you've experienced on your journey the same? Always growing more serious, never feeling at ease? Never saw it that way. Always so optimistic, Stell. Really puts me at ease. In any case, I'll remember all of this in my heart. After all, their stories deserve to be told and retold, right? Yay! This shit is so sad. Oh, man. Yeah, nothing more there. Oh, man. Let me real quick go back to warp. Is this... Is it this... It's funny that it's always listed as discounted. Every time. It's also weird not hearing the noise of obtaining it afterwards. But yeah, we're at 15 right now. Again, we're at like 1 or 2 pity right now. So we have plenty to build. Still not going to go for Cypher. At least not yet. We'll see when we get like to the end of the banner if I cave. But for now, that is going to be it for tonight. Man. a very sad but also very I don't know how to say it, but it's sad, but it also has set up some cool stuff. Like it's the moment where Fainan is beginning to take up leadership. It's a moment of passing the torch, and it's sad seeing Aglaya go. But it's also cool seeing Fainan step up. And now he's doing. So I'm looking forward to that. We're gonna fight Aquila. I'm actually going to teleport real quick to... back to the basin. Pip. I'm looking at the core flames.
What a full day.
Yeah?
A good night's sleep is basically guaranteed.
So it is just Aquila and then Kefali. Dang. Yeah, so we're Hyacinth's doing, I guess, kind of doing a farewell. And then we're gonna go after Aquila. I don't know if that's in this version. Like, the next achievement, if I remember right, like, the next story achievement. This one? Nope, not you. Huh. Oh yeah, I didn't do that somehow. Just feed a trotter. Which one are you? Here we go. Cold Splendor, Broken Wings. That feels almost like the past. I'm curious to see how that goes. It would be wild if somehow she was still alive, and like that's what this is about. It's like going back to the moment she was thought to have died, but there's no way. The sky we share, like that sounds like we're fighting Aquila. And like that's gonna be very quick, if that's the next one. That's gotta be something with Sephira. And then like the ending truly begins. So like we're getting pretty, it feels like we're getting relatively close to the end of like the final act. Which is crazy. Also little Eco on the phone case is adorable. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how this section ends, where we're left off, and how much there can really be left. Of course, we could be getting close to the end of the Flame Chase journey, but then, like, other stuff comes up. That would be interesting to see. Like, it's the end of the Flame Chase journey, but not the end of the story. There's, like, further complications. That would be wild. Yeah, I'm yawning. My goodness. I do need to get to bed. It's almost 11:30. So yeah, Cypher's voice actress, I don't know anything about her personally. I have nothing against her there. And she definitely has, like, good vocal control. I just feel like the voice doesn't match the lines. She's always talking so smooth, but it also always sounds like she's like she's always got that like almost laughing tone to her voice. Like what's the word for it? Like she's being like sleazy, trying like greasy, trying to be like, I've got a deal for you, like always conniving, like it, which may again God trickery, yeah, sure, but like moments where she's being genuine, she still has that conniving kind of tone, and I won't say ruins, but like it definitely lessens the impact of those moments. Like even when she's a kid, she's got that conniving tone, and it's like when she's talking about like like self-harm stuff too, like it's crazy, like it's really sad. Like she'll just suddenly like jump to like a very over-the-top kind of delivery, and still somehow sounds kind of conniving. I don't know. It feels like it could have used more direction. Again, no problem with the voice actress individually, or even like her skill. Something about it just doesn't feel like a good match for the scenes. Again, not even that her voice isn't good for the character. I could absolutely see the voice, there are parts of the voice that I do like for the character. It's just the delivery itself that I think could have used more direction and matching with the intent. But yeah. I'm looking forward to seeing what she does, because I feel like she is going to pull out some goated stuff. So I'm looking forward to that. Was it the girl who betrayed the world? Is worrying. but I can also see that as, she betrayed the world, but because she's tricky, so it actually helped. But yeah, curious seeing what she does. Finon's beginning to become the hero and the main character. Definitely not suspicious that his sword looks exactly like the Flame Reaver's. Oh boy. The vision of Finon's, like the memory, his imagination was a really good moment as well. Quite nice. But yes, for now, that's going to be it. I've got family visiting this weekend, at least on like Saturday. So I might stream then, depends on how long they stay. Might not. I do have tomorrow, depends on how free the fellas are. Might hop on with them. But for now, that's going to be it. Frogbalol? Frogbalol? I don't know how you'd want me to pronounce it, but thank you for stopping by. The Rush, I haven't translated that Russian, I'll have to check it in a minute. I don't know how long you actually stuck around, but I hope you enjoyed. I hope you enjoyed what you did see. And to anyone checking out the VOD later, also thanks for stopping by. I hope you enjoyed. Again, if you're watching the VOD, that means you're on my YouTube channel. So, welcome. Feel free to like and subscribe and comment and do all those sorts of things. I think I get notifications whenever people comment, so I'll most likely see it. It's not exactly flooded, so your comment would stand out. But yeah, all the YouTube stuff. For anyone who was live on Twitch, thanks for tuning in. Hope to see you next time. And until then, drink plenty of water, get plenty of sleep, hug your loved ones, and I'll see you next time. Bye.